Hi there, welcome to Golden Healing's video. Today we are going to be talking about what is the best way that you can be in your attitudes and your beliefs in order to help your child with autism or ADHD. So I invite you to stay with me just for this 10-minute video, and where you can really learn how you can make life better and easier for your child and also for yourself. So welcome. My name's Tina Bishai. I'm the founder of Golden Healings, and it's here that I provide energetic and shamanic healings, both in person and distant healings to children and adults for a number of reasons. And my love is to help those kids with autism and ADHD. And so here today, we want to talk about our attitudes as parents. I want you to understand how impactful our attitude is toward our children. First of all, let's talk about the three main pillars in my free workshop that you probably have seen already, but if you haven't, just go to goldenhealings.com and click on the tab that says free online workshop. And in that free online workshop, I explain the three main pillars that impact and affect our children's symptoms or challenges that they can be experiencing. And those symptoms or challenges are impacted by, one, their diet, what they're putting into their body and on their body. Two, the energetic environment that is around them. And three, their own energetic field and the parents' energetic field, because they're interacting at home with the family all the time. And so kind of having these as the background, what I want to share with you is my experience with our attitudes that we have towards our children. So first of all, our attitudes and our beliefs and the way we think are so powerful. And they're so powerful that they give off an energetic or vibrational frequency. Okay, now just sit with that for a minute, because whether you know that or you believe it, there is truth in that. So much so that there have been numerous really well-known authors that have written multitudes of books on it. So I invite you to believe and receive. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if you have the desire and you have the faith that your child can have a beautiful life, that they don't have to live with all the symptoms and challenges they're dealing with now, then that's a really great belief to have. And I invite you to feel that and to allow it to penetrate your energetic field and just to be and sit with that. Because when you can believe and have that desire for your child, for yourself as well, and have that strong faith that this can happen, then that's when you start to receive. So that's the first thing I want to share with you. Remember that life is energetic, okay? So, a lot of times we don't think of that. We always kind of think of the physical aspects of life or the emotional and mental health aspects of life, but we don't often think of the energetic aspects of life. And it is so profound. And I just want to share with you that the energetic aspects of life make a huge difference. And so much so that for these kids with autism or ADHD, those are two pillars of the three that influence their symptoms or challenges that they can be experiencing. So the second thing I want to share with you is about having an attitude as though your life and your child's life is like a jigsaw puzzle. If you're having healings with me, or if you're doing, modifying your child's diet, or you're doing other therapy, it's not that like you arrive all of a sudden at an end destination and your child has zero challenges. That's not how this works. It works as though our life is a jigsaw puzzle and our children's life is a jigsaw puzzle. And so have the attitude that you continue to get little pieces of information, okay? And we start as their parents to put it all together. And I've given you the basics and the foundation for those pieces of information with the 3 main pillars, and then it's your job as the parent who is with your child every single day just to really kind of be that detective and sleuth and bring those jigsaw puzzles together, and you're starting to recognize what they're interested in and you give them more of that, or you're starting to modify their food and their diet, and so you're noticing their behavior is better when they don't have certain foods. And I have a whole discussion of that on the free online workshop that I invite you to listen to. But really, you know, there is such a thing as taking this as a journey, and I invite you to consider taking this on as a journey, not let's quickly arrive to the end goal and then we're here. Because, why am I saying this? Because life is energetic. Our children are super sensitive to the energies around them. And if they are always in the company of parents who are thinking that, you know, I'm waiting for this next thing to happen, or I can't wait until they're able to talk, or I can't wait until they're not so demanding, or I can't wait till this aggressive behavior stops. I get where you're coming from. However, the most helpful attitude you can have is really to believe and receive, also to put all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together and be in communication constantly. If you're working with me, or any other healthcare professionals that you're working with. And the third thing I want to share with you is that you may think that your thoughts are just in your mind and they are yours alone, but they're not. Every thought that we think is energetic, and it puts that energy out. And then we come and we live in these houses and we're with our children in close proximity, and that energy is out there with our kids and they feel and respond to it. So I really want to encourage you to stop the thinking that says, you know, oh, I can't wait till my child is normal, or I can't wait till they can do X, Y, or Z. That gives off a very different vibration and energy than, you know what, I am so blessed to have this child in my life. My child is a beautiful spirit and I'm so grateful to have this child with me. Or, you know what, I'm going to look at their strengths and I am so proud of what they're able to do now, and I'm going to focus on that and be in gratitude about that. That gives off a completely different vibrational energy than the first set of comments or questions I made. And because our children are sensitive, they feel that and they sense it. And so we have the ability to help them just by the way that we're thinking. So I really invite you and encourage you to ponder that and to shift your perception and the way that you're thinking and the energy that you're putting out there to your child. So I hope, let me see if I missed anything else. There is one other thing just to touch on briefly, and that is even as I was saying it, I could feel my emotion welling up because I was thinking of how much I love my daughter. Whereas if I'm focusing on, you know what, God, she's so demanding, and, you know, there are moments where she can be a real handful, that is a completely different energy, and I choose now and in every moment of every day, I am going to make a conscious choice to love this child unconditionally, no matter what she presents me with. And that thought and that frequency and that vibration in itself is going to help my child. So I really wanted just to share that information with you, that how important our attitude is towards our children. We think our thoughts are private, but they're not. It creates an energetic vibration that our children feel. And so I really invite you to shift your thoughts, really have those positive thoughts, continue to look at the strength of your children and not focus on, well, when are my children's symptoms going to be gone? Okay, because that creates a different environment for your child to live in than the environment of, I love you and I love you unconditionally. And no matter what you present to me, no matter what kind of mood you're in, I love you. That is a completely different vibration and energy, and I invite you to give that to your child. It will help them tremendously, but it'll also help you tremendously. Hope that was helpful, and we'll be chatting more about different ways you can help your child in the coming weeks. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.